Hey son, what are you doing home from school so early?
I was the only one to answer the question right in class.
My son's a genius. What was the question?
It was, who put the trash can on the teacher's head?
Wake up, filthy.
If you had $5 to pick the perfect girlfriend, and here are your options, what would you pick? What? Those options aren't fair. I said pick your perfect girlfriend. Okay then, I would use the $5 to buy 5 water bottles and sell them for $2 each. Then I would repeat this until I get $100, and then I would buy your girlfriend. Smart guy. And I would still have $95 left.
Time. I hope you don't mind. Can't I see you again? And I'd like to be friends.
Dad, can I go to the movie theater with my friends? One of their parents said they'd pick me up.
I'm not sure. Ask your mother.
Mom, can I go to the movie theater with my friends? One of their parents said they'd pick me up.
I'm not sure. Ask your father.
Okay. Dad, Mom said I can go.
Okay.
I
Have fun.
hope you don't mind.
Mom, Dad said yes.
Okay, that's good with me then. You failed your math test?
Hey, don't look at my test. Please don't tell Mom.
Don't tell me what. Luke got an F on his test. Let me see. Good joke. Huh? He got an A+. What? How? Hey! I thought you were sick. I am. I'm too tired to do anything. So you're too tired to go to school, but not too tired to go on your phone all day? Well, what do you want me to do? Stare at the wall the whole day? If you were really sick, you'd be resting right now. Fine. Where are you going? Even though you're at home sick, I still have work to do on the computer, so just continue resting.
And they were fighting for my innocence. I decided that if I didn't have the energy to fight for myself, I'm more certainly to find.
I didn't really have
Luke, I forgot to ask you something. I told you to rest. I didn't want it to come to this, but it may be the only way to make you sleep.
Luke, have you seen my glasses anywhere? You broke them! Give them back to me!
I'm sorry, Dad. It was an accident. I swear.
It's okay. I'm not mad.
Really?
No, you just need to be more careful next time, okay?
Yes, I will.
Come here. Never touch my stuff again!
The most brutal military drills. South Korea's elite army has to go into freezing water that's minus 30 degrees for training, and for 9 days they have to do combat training in the snow at extreme temperatures. In North Korea, the training's also brutal. One of their daily activities is to hit a piece of wood wrapped in rope 5,000 times and hit blocks of salt with their bleeding fists to make the muscles in their hands stronger. Part of the Chinese army training consists of wooden sticks being smashed on their backs, concrete blocks bursting in their arms, plates being broke over their heads, and being hit in the head and stomach with a hammer. Finally, military members from different countries have participated in this training exercise, where they have to drink snake blood and eat live animals. This training is a survival course for them to learn how to survive in extreme conditions. The scariest things caught on live TV. During a live news broadcast in Hungary, one of the guy's glass of water moved on its own. They were both stunned, but they played it off like nothing had happened and continued the show. In Peru, these hosts were with a crowd of people at a beach that's known for UFO sightings. The broadcasters didn't think that they would see anything, but then everybody noticed an object in the sky. They all started pointing their laser pointers at it, and it seemed to respond. Now before I show you the craziest one, I found this fun word game that has 3 different game modes. But my favorite is the one where it gives you a word, then you have to guess a word related to that word, then another word related to that word, and so on. And you can get it by pressing the button on my profile. Finally, after an interview, this UK politician was holding a red binder. But when he walked past this vehicle, it changed to green. 5 people who beat the system, part 5. At this resort, you're not allowed to have drinks by the pool. So they made a massive straw and left the drink on their balcony. This guy said his name was Mark, spelled with a C. So instead of changing the K to a C, they changed the M to a C. The teacher told them they could only have a one-sided cheat sheet. So this student taped the paper to make both sides one side. This guy's girlfriend told him to wear a plain tie. So he sent her this picture of a tie with planes. Now before I show you the smartest one, I found a really addicting app that lets you create games to play with your friends, and also play millions of other games created by other players. Just press a button on my profile to get it. Finally, this town wasn't allowed to have a statue so close to the road. So they put a flag in it to make it a flagpole. She didn't know she had cancer until she was on live television. Nicole McGuinness wanted a house near the beach. She even went on the TV show called Beach House Bargain Hunt. On the show, she looked happy about the house hunt with her dad. But if you look at her closely, you could see a small bump on her throat. Dr. Eric Voigt was watching the show at home. He's an ear, nose, and throat surgeon. He said that he felt obligated to let her know that she had something in case she didn't already know. Because as an expert in the field, he felt concerned for her. He used social media to try and reach out to her, and it ended up getting back to her family. She immediately went to the doctor and was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. She got to meet the doctor who reached out to her, and as of December 24th, 2020, she reached the 5-year mark since her cancer was removed. Crazy ideas that actually worked. In some parts of the world, sunlight doesn't always reach, especially in the winter. So an engineer and an architect placed a giant mirror on the side of the mountain to reflect the sunlight. Alex, too, who was a British student, needed money to pay for college. So he created a website with 1 million blank pixels, each one costing $1. On the website, companies could buy a pixel to place their logo and a link to their website. It was really successful, and in no time, Alex earned $1 million. In 2015, scientists discovered that due to the sun, a city's drinking water reservoir was evaporating and had increased levels of bromate, which is from the sun hitting the water and can cause nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. So the solution was simple. They covered the water with millions of non-toxic plastic balls, which gave shade to the water and fixed both problems. This lady got handed a creepy note on the train, and you won't believe what it said. In September of 2017, around 5 p.m., she was on the public transit bus coming home from work when someone from behind her handed her a note written in red ink that said, "There are 2 guns pointed at you now. If you want to live, hand back your phone and wallet now." It also told her not to turn around until after she got off the train. She looked in front of her and couldn't see anyone pointing a gun, but she was getting close to her stop, so she had to decide what to do. She could take the chance that no one had any weapons, or she could hand them her phone and wallet. When all of a sudden she got an idea. She pretended to have a seizure and fell over into the middle of the bus. A couple rushed over to her and she slipped them the note. They read it and realized what was actually going on. Then the person who gave her the note realized this and got off the bus at the next stop. There was actually no weapons, it was just a scam to get some money. This lady refused to tip the waiter but didn't realize what she left on the table. Armando dropped off 2 slices of pizza for a lady and a child at their table. Then the lady questioned him on why there was only a few pictures of women on the wall. Since he was just a waiter at the restaurant and had no clue, he jokingly said that maybe women just don't eat pizza much. A few minutes later, he went to check on them, but they were gone. The lady had left the restaurant without paying, and she left him a handwritten note that said, "Maybe women don't tip, too." He felt bad because he didn't realize that his joke had offended her. Then he saw an envelope on the table that had Citibank written on it. So he ran outside to give it back to her, but he couldn't find her. He saw that inside it had a check for $424,000. Since he's an honest man, he didn't cash it and he handed it to his boss. They then tracked her down through the newspaper. Apparently she had that money because she had just sold her house. She apologized to Armando and offered him money for finding it, but he declined. The owner also explained to her that she had missed a wall with lots of pictures of women on it too.